So I got a special guest today, a fucking legend. What you go by for the people? What should they call you when they see you?
My name is my name is Knowledge. My name's
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
This Mr. Knowledge right here.
And my last name is Wisdom.
Knowledge and fucking wisdom.
Because without wisdom, knowledge ain't nothing.
Yeah.
How you gonna use your knowledge if you ain't got no wisdom, soul?
If you ain't got wisdom, you ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
And you damn sure ain't got no knowledge if you ain't got no wisdom.
Because you didn't know about the wisdom. If you had knowledge, you didn't know about the wisdom.
Exactly.
Okay. It's like a frying pan and an egg. You have to take both of them. You don't fry egg without no frying pan.
Yeah.
The same thing. Kind of like race. White race, black race. And we all in a rat race. Look what we faced with. Man, why? Why? See, the world got along, Chris, for thousands of years without any need to have any race.
Right.
It's only in America in the 1500s that they created race.
Mm-hmm.
So it ain't been no real long time ago. For the last 500 years, this terminology was created. So obviously, a race meant white and slave. We weren't called blacks then.
Yeah.
You know how many names our people done had? I can see why it's so confusing and so difficult for us to get along. We've been colored. We've been niggers. We've been Negro. You've been American. You've been African American. Now, if you're from Japan, you're just Japanese.
Yeah.
You with me? You ain't got no other name for your mother. That's a rap. Huh?
Yeah.
You from Italy? So, you gangster, you Italian. Huh? You from France? My nigga Frenchman. Huh? But our people, we got 84 names. Man, why? Why? Willie Lynch. For those of you who don't know who that is, Willie Lynch was a slave trainer. He would teach other masters on how to train his slave. He was from the West Indies.
Mm-hmm.
So America hired him to come say, man, especially the South,
Right.
how do we take control over our slaves? Just putting it in simple words, paraphrasing, rather than reading the whole letter, which we'll do at some other time. You turn the young against the old. You turn light skin against the dark skin. Now, how did you get light skin and dark skin? Because the master was able to take our women and rape them. There wasn't no making love. And rape them, so their babies became out to be light skin, like you and me.
Yeah.
But there's no difference, obviously, because we sitting here as two brothers right now. I don't see no skin. I just see what's within. I don't see your skin. I just see what's within.
Mm-hmm.
You with me? So obviously, you had to have the more, the less. In other words, the slave and the slave master. And that's going to be another circle, because that's really a deep subject, even and how you even got the terminology as it relates to our people as a slave.
Right.
It really is unfathomable at my age, at 69. So for them not to be teaching this curriculum in our schools as to whatever reason, but it was said not long ago that they don't want to teach the kids about that because they don't want white kids to feel that they're responsible for that because they had nothing to do with that.
Right.
Ain't that a bitch? But you could teach me all day long that.
They don't want the next generation to pop it off.
Right.
Right.
Because they won't comprehend why did y'all do that to them people? Because they're in a different generation now. You with me? We're in a different time now. But back then, excuse me, when it was popular for white folk to be subordinate or to be superior over Africans in America, after all the names we just mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm an African in America. I ain't no African American. You know, you can't really separate the two. Anyway, back to that reasoning on how they don't want that to be taught in school now. But we watched Roots and all that years ago. The brothers and sisters had to stomach that all over again.
They want, pretty much what you saying is they want black people to feel like, oh, we ain't old shit.
Absolutely. And they definitely want...
For the next of our generation.
Yes. So for their generation, next generation, they don't want to feel like they owe you anything or that they're responsible for that. So this is why if you don't know your history, it'll always be a mystery. You with me?
Yeah.
Anything is mysterious, you know, you got to try to figure that shit out. But it's not that difficult to understand. It just says this flag flying over the quote-unquote White House that was painted white by slaves. If you notice the great obese, what they have, what they call a Washington Monument, can you pull it up, the Washington Monument? Let's take a look at that. The Washington Monument.
Washington Monument?
Yes, sir. Okay. If you look at the shape of that, and you look at the means of it,
where is that? Playing games, man.
Either one of those is good. Either they all are
I'm
symbols
trying to like pull it up though.
to where you can see what it's about. Yeah, I would love to see that information myself. You know, I mean, I'm old school, but I just know from reading.
It's the Google Maps though.
If they tell a history of that and where it came from, you'll be surprised. But it's actually a symbol that was taken out of Egypt. Actually, Egypt is really Nubia. Kush is northern Africa. It was only when Elizabeth Taylor played Cleopatra, which is a joke, and because it shows you in the hieroglyphics that Cleopatra and King Tut, these are all men and women of color. The original man. Let me ask you a question. Real talk. What does "hue" mean? H-U-E. If you don't know, pull it up on there, and then we can let the audience as well, and we can all learn together.
I can't tell you the real definition.
Well, you can pull up on. You can ask Google, what does "hue" mean? H-U-E. H-U-E.
Oh, hue.
Yes. What does
Hue.
that mean?
I thought you said you.
No. H-U-E.
I assume it's like a color, something to do with color, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, that's a good guess. Oh, you've seen it before. Hue is void of light. It's dark. The color is called hue. Your mic is hue. It's void of any light. You with me?
Yeah.
So why do you think we call human beings? I'm just asking. I'm just be playing with words. I don't know. Inquiring minds want to know. We're called humans beings. Hue. H-U-E.
And you said, you said it means to
I ain't saying nothing. We just talking.
okay,
He can get me with that one, bro. See, man, nigga said that. No.
he like, I ain't said, that's what they said.
Yeah, but this is what we said. This is what I'm saying. Hue, you take off the E, it's hue, is still void of light. and then you put M-A-N.
So I assume it means like a person avoiding light.
Yes, a person of color.
Yeah,
The
because
first human they seen was void of light. You man.
yeah,
Human without the E. Human. You're human. You're a human being. You're a black being. You void of light, which only described from the original man. Huh? In the Bible, this is the Garden of Eden being located in Ethiopia. I'm not saying that. That's by their own accounts. The oldest fossils they found of man, of Lili, 5 million years ago, was where? In Africa, in Kemet. Not in Egypt. Egypt was a name that was given to Africa by Europeans. Alexander the Great. His daddy was Philip of Macedonia. They were conquerors. He chose to be called Alexander the Great. Well, he was, because he was a great conqueror. He'd go take your shit. Put it simple.
yeah,
That's like me conquering your house. I'm going to conquer all your equipment. I'm going to conquer your truck. Give it up. I'm a conqueror, bro. I'm more than a conqueror. You ever heard that before? It's a spiritual term. I'm more than a conqueror. But you hell of a you more than a conqueror? Huh? What more could you be if you conquer all?
a fucking god, nigga.
Okay, I didn't want to say it.
A fucking god.
I didn't
If I
want to
could
say
conquer all,
Huh? Now look, in Luxor, in Africa, in Egypt, all these different terminologies, but it was actually in Africa, in Kemet. You had the first university in Luxor. Luxor, L-E-X-O-R. What does the word university mean? Just think for a minute. What word you hear in the word university?
well, universe.
Okay,
first of
let's
all.
stop.
So I assume it means infinity type shit. Like
No.
as
no,
far
no.
as
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm
it
saying?
encompasses the whole.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, so that's infinite. But really, university, when you go to college, what you go to LSU, UNO, or what?
Would you want me to name another college?
No, they're universities.
Yeah.
Okay. What do they do there?
They teach and fucking learn. And they
They
experiment.
They study the universe. That's why it's called a university. Because they study the fucking universe. A biologist, he studied the bio. Huh?
Yeah.
If you're a psychologist, you study the mind.
Right.
If you what kind of other ologists they got?
Gynecologist.
Yeah, you know what he looking up in right now, or anthropologist.
Yeah.
He's studying the bones of the earth. He's studying humans, huh? He in Africa. If he's trying to find the oldest fossils, an anthropologist. So my point is, it's all studies of different things.
Yeah. Like a universe remote.
Yes, because if you go to a university, you're studying some aspect of the universe, even
Right.
if it's a physical, psychological, sociological, a reality of humans, because we have, we at one time I think we evolved, but now it's look like we revolving around a lot of things that have been just taken off of kilter. You know, things are off balanced. You know, you got the ununited snakes of America supplying weapons to Israel. They're killing 100 to 1 in Gaza and Palestine. You know, Israel is losing one person to every 100. Right now, they probably got 30,000, maybe more casualties in Gaza. Kids, women, children, hospitals. They have nothing. But the ununited states of America is providing them with weaponry. Watch this. Now watch this. How do I bomb you and then put bibs on you to feed you? After I bomb you and made you homeless, now I spend billions to feed you. What's the irony? What do they benefit from it? What do we do? I'm gonna be nice. What do the United States benefit from spending fucking millions and billions and trillions of fucking dollars on a war and then turn around and try to put a Band-Aid on it?
When you think about it, that's kind of like the same shit they do to niggas in America.
Man, how?
Like, not necessarily bombing the shit out of us, but fucking over us and give you some bullshit like some fucking food stamp, like some government shit.
Yeah, right. We'll give
See
you
what
all
I'm
this,
saying?
all this assistance. We'll
Exactly.
give you the crumbs, but you can't eat no cake. You can't have the cake. We'll break you some crumbs off, and then it's good you say that, because then look at their plot. It's just their plot. They're thinking on shit like this while we sleep. We gotta keep the black man out of the picture. So, in a way, I agree that if you have a black man and he's a man, and he's taking care of his family, then there wouldn't be no need for no assistance, subsidies. After COVID,
But that
shit,
was the
everybody
bomb.
needed
That's why I'm saying the bomb was like fucking over the black man.
yes, and then,
You know what I'm saying?
It was, how well did I know? You know, I'm only 40-something years
That's
old.
the bomb.
But look, that's the bomb. And this is atomic bomb. When, you know, a long time ago, so white women couldn't even vote.
Yeah.
Okay. So once we got our civil rights, then you had women's rights. Then you got gay rights. Then you got, everybody got a fucking right now. Ain't that bitch? They're wrong as a motherfucker when they got a right.
But we had our rights first, nigga.
But just civil rights.
Yeah.
And look, that's after a civil war.
I meant to say we still ain't got our shit, all
No,
our shit. That's what I meant to say.
No, why? Because the ununited states of America is uncivilized. So how can you have civility if people are unfucking civil? How is it possible that Forrest Trump, Forrest Trump, excuse me,
We gonna call him Forrest Trump from
now on
Fuck
this
that.
morning.
Forrest
Yeah,
Trump.
Thank
Forrest Trump.
A-man. And I was just bullshitting. That's exactly what I meant to say. Forrest Trump has a 91 felony charges. He's trying to overturn the government. You just saved the flag over the dirty White House that's turning gray. That White House is not fucking. Everything white is clean. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
The black cat, you know, you got anything black is voodoo. Unless your money is in the black. You don't want your money in the red. If your money in the black, you win it.
Right.
Black Friday. You can do the deal. I'm just that's all
Man,
time
this
black
nigga
good.
funny as hell.
The truth is funny. What you want to do? Laugh or cry about that shit?
We gotta laugh
You
about it.
okay.
Because if we laugh, we can get through it.
You laugh to get through it, but then you don't do it.
Yeah.
You with me? You're just getting through it.
I got a question for you, though.
Okay.
It's really a question for all of humanity, but I want to ask you this question. Do you think niggers, let me not say niggers.
Yeah, because
I'm saying it like them. I'm saying it like I'm them, though.
I'm with you there. I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I could think on that.
I meant to say niggas, everybody. Do you think niggas? Because I feel like we niggas. I feel like we not African. That was our new upcoming. You see what I'm saying?
You feel that way?
Like, I'm saying from when slavery started, right?
Right.
When it ended, we wasn't. How long it's been since slavery was gone?
What, 200-300 years? They ain't been no long.
So I'm saying, at one point,
1800?
we became American.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Now what?
So we was different people.
Now what?
What
so
you
now
mean?
we niggas? You say you some?
I'm just
feel
saying
like
that
we niggas.
I ain't saying niggers though. You see what I'm saying? I feel like
Well, you
niggas.
nigga, you know that.
Nigga, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Even the slaves got nigga. We got a new word.
But yeah,
Did it come from us?
You no.
So we got a new word. That's what I'm saying.
That is not a new word because it's earlier in our conversation. I was telling you about all the names that have been given to our people. We've been colored, we've been black, we've been niggers, we've been African American, we've been Negro, we've been everything but Africans.
I know one thing. Like I heard this shit before. I ain't gonna say who said it, but a nigga once said the slave masters and shit didn't call us niggas. We ain't get called niggas until they got mad. See what I'm saying?
Nigga, what you talking about?
Yeah, no,
I'm just
they didn't call us niggas until they got mad, bro. You see what I'm saying? When a white boy would call a man, you fucking nigger, they was mad at
You
us.
fucking nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, speaking on when they got mad. Okay. In the 1800s in Virginia, there was a law that was on the books in the courthouse called a Casual Killing Act. It was an act. The Casual Killing Act. Chris, what do you think? How do you make sense out of a law or act that says it's a casual killing act, not a murder? Don't get it twisted.
So what was it? Like niggas
It was-
just casually get killed?
You said it. Let me tell you why.
We gonna kill just casually.
But
A
it
casual
wasn't
fucking
against the
kill.
law. It was an act.
Against the law.
Oh,
You saying they made it where you
It
could
was
do
the
it.
law.
Oh, okay.
But the act was like you had some kind of act that they have like in politics. They had a casual killing act, which basically meant, and Virginia was one of the few states, maybe not the only state, to have that enacted, ironically, in the books, in the court system. What that meant is, if you was my slave, and I came home and I said, Chris, did I tell you to do this or that or whatever? And I take a 2x4 or something and bust you to kill you.
Yeah.
But it was casual.
Manslaughter type shit.
Right, but it was an act, so you fell under that. It was happening so much, I guess some white folks said, let's make an act on this shit, bro. Let's make an act to where you could do that. And you act like you didn't know. I'm just thinking about that.
And wait, I want to go back to the shit I said though. I feel like
That's why, cause
if
niggas.
we acted like the way that white people like really portrayed us,
Right.
what the fuck then?
Well, what we've been programmed.
But I'm saying if we did act like that, if we
No,
did do that,
but look,
listen.
This is what how our actions are mere reactions. You know how many ain't no other people on the planet been through what slaves went through. So for every action, there's a reaction. So our action, even today, it's like I got cut with a razor blade years and years ago. It left a scar, man. So can you imagine being enslaved for 300-400 years? That shit leave a scar, so that shit don't disappear in no 100 years.
Right.
No 200 years.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing is a remnants of a tragic thing that happened to a nationality of people, literally. Like
So
no
I'm
other
saying-
thing on the planet. The
This is
Jews
what
are
I'm
saying
saying,
6
though.
million, you got, this and that. But it's different. It was one man. This was Wall Street. Had a corridor. Had wall to wall. Niggas. And then they named the motherfucker Wall Street. The first stock on the stock exchange was people. Ain't that a bitch? Like cattle. But what niggas going for today? My niggas running cheap now, bro. There's so much of them. They got a lot. Before them niggas was red, now they got so many niggas. They only $300 a head. Huh? 150. You get a whole family for 500.
Yeah.
So that nigga mentality, to answer your question, in my opinion, this is one black man's opinion. Yeah, I'm a natural man. This is one black man's opinion. That term has been indicated and then numerated over and over and over and over and over and over to where it's become, like you said, man, I feel like a nigga. Ain't that a bitch?
But I feel
Because
like
of
the
your
day
treatment.
white people start calling us niggas again, shit then went down. That's what
It
I'm
ain't gonna be
saying.
the same.
When they
It ain't
start
gonna be the same.
when they start saying niggas, that's when the world fucked up at that
Yeah,
point.
well, they said now, but they mistake and they gotta apologize. I didn't mean that. They fired, lose their job for 2-3 days, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way of the ununited snakes of America.
How you feel about this shit that's going on in Haiti right now?
Where?
Haiti.
In Haiti. I stopped watching the news for a minute. I'm not 100% sure, but I know the government was overturned. The president and all of it was overturned in Haiti, maybe a year ago, some months ago. So I had, at some point, Chris, I stopped watching. I didn't want to hear no more bad news.
Yeah.
Look, and I'm with you on Haiti, but I just can't comment on it too much. Watch this though. News. The news is on right now while we're talking. It's gonna be on all night, all day in the morning, whatever. NEWS. It's an acronym. What does it mean, Chris?
What does news mean?
Yeah, it's an acronym. In other words, each letter stands for a word. Damn, you almost got it.
Man, this nigga a fool, man.
NEWS.
Bro, I can't fucking tell. Just say it, bro.
Look, north, east,
West, south.
NEWS. Where the news come from? The north, the east, the west, the south. It come from
Yeah.
all four corners of the earth. Ain't no good news.
It's a university,
It's okay.
right? The news ain't nothing but a
The
university.
study of the universe.
And you gotta go to the university to get on the fucking news.
Okay, and because then, what they're doing, what they're studying is trauma. hatred, war. So the news, which is kind of my point, I'm glad you mentioned that, go from the north, east, west, to south, and there ain't nothing fucking good happen. Come on, soul. Something good must have happened. But good news don't sell. Why? Because that's why they call it tell, lie, vision, programming. I ain't made up the word. Tell, lie, vision, programming. Keep watching it. You be programmed like a motherfucker.
Nigga, I just watch YouTube. I swear.
YouTube.
That's all I watch.
Okay.
I don't watch TV with that reality shit. I don't watch that shit. But I'm not gonna lie though, I've been through a lot of shit, you know, and I wish the world could know what the fuck I've been through. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want the world to see me beautiful.
Yeah,
I don't want them to see me. I really don't want the world to see me in a good place first. I want them to see.
You don't want them to see you in the where?
I want to see me from down all the
No, that's
way
not
up.
possible. The world is going to see it. All the world is going to see that is your world. So the only thing, and you know, once again, it's just my black man opinion. Once again, who you are, where you are, it doesn't even matter to the world. They don't give a fuck. It's your world, bro. You don't give a fuck who president, who city councilman, who mayor. I'm 69. I've been self-employed since I was 27. So I wouldn't give a fuck who the president. It ain't gonna affect me.
Yeah.
If I don't go out and make it happen, it ain't gonna happen. So, but if I looked at how I get to where I'm at now, who cares? Nobody don't give a fuck about that. Everybody got that same shit. Oh, I've been through this and went through that. What the fuck you want, some bubble gum or popcorn or what? Huh? Everybody got a story, so everybody got a journey. Some 1,000 times worse than yours. You couldn't even fucking imagine. But you want them to see you from here to that. So fucking what, man? So what? You go ride in the morning and get to a red light, they might have 15, 20 people around you that's shit. You don't even want to hear their story. Don't mess you if you get in New Orleans, look at the people under the bridge and all that. What's their story? Huh? In my book, I got a thing called You Want My Glory, but You Don't Know My Story. Young brother, you know, I was selling real estate and doing things. I was always dressed pretty clean. He said, I said, what's happening? So how you doing? Oh, I'm just trying to do it like you, Mr. Doug. He caught me off guard. It's a true story. And before I knew, I said, bro, you want my glory, but you don't know my story. And I put it in my book. I've been through the belly of the beast. So you see me right now, the glory, but you can't just separate that, bro. You want my glory, but you don't know my story. It's like if somebody said, "Bam, bro, Chris, damn, bro. If I had your hand, I'd throw mine in. Fuck on if you want, huh? You better play your hand. Can't nobody play your hand like you. You can't play my hand. You can wish and say, well, oh well. That's a deep well, bro. Huh? If I had your hand, I'd throw mine in. Really, that's an insult to oneself. You ain't even playing your hand. You want somebody else's fucking hand. Come on, bro. You feel that bad about your hand? Fuck, just some of them cards. Shuffle the deck. Get you some more cards, man. Don't take your cards. I don't know what's in your hand. You might have to play it better than me. I hope you do. You must be playing it good if I want it. But I don't know how you got that hand. Nigga might have been cheap. Put a card. I'm done with that, bro.
Card under the deck, man.
You
Under
know
the
what I'm saying?
table, right?
Yeah, all right.
on your ass.
Yeah, but now I got your hand, I get shot. Because you got caught cheating. I play your hand, so if I had your hand, I'd do mine then. I never did like, or if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Yeah.
Come on, so remember that old song? You kind of young. If it ain't one thing, he cried, like complaining. The only way it ain't gonna be one thing or another is if you did. And the one thing or another, Chris, doesn't necessarily have to mean it has to be something bad. Huh? One thing or another could be, man, I had a great day today, you know. I had a flat tire. That's one thing or another. But the way you hear people say it, oh man, boy, if it ain't one thing, it's another. They all depressed. You don't want to be one thing or another? Die. We ain't got shit then to worry about.
Man, this man too real, bro. Some people will cry around you, nigga. They ain't gonna be able to handle what the fuck you be saying, bro.
Come on, bro. I already done cried.
Yeah.
Right now, I cry dry. I'm crying right now, but I cry dry. I ain't got no more tears, so I cry dry. Look, you don't see that?
But no, let me go back to the question though. Let me not even say nigga, right? So the question I have for you and humanity, do you think that black people are animals, or we just get treated unequally? Why are we
I really don't even want to ask that.
mostly incarcerated?
What way you make that even a legitimate question that black people are animals? When we come, we're treated like animals along by animals. Man ain't nothing but the great animal.
Well, no, I didn't really want you to say that. That was that's like I said for humanity, like white people and shit.
Okay.
How they
All right.
feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How about to get
You don't think
crazy
that's a
back?
good question though for white people?
That why you think we animals?
Or people that just have a little bit of prejudice to black people? Do you think we animals or
Let me ask you a
untreated
question.
fairly?
Do you think that they got black men and women that think white folk are animals?
Yeah, most definitely.
We all a bunch of fucking animals, so
So
we're
like,
just a higher species.
You don't
dog
think-
and all that little shit. But we still some dog ass motherfuckers, black, white.
who you think
Italian.
was on Earth first? What color you think was here
The
first?
human, the black man.
Black man.
But he who
So that's why I think we not animals though. If we was the first person here, that mean everything else gotta be an animal, bro.
everything come under us afterwards. But no. You're going deep now, so see, because what you're basically saying, before we were here, there were animals. There was dinosaurs and shit. All that shit's old and red ass. All that shit's been here way before humans.
Right, yeah.
This
for
is
sure.
why you had a dispute with Charles Darwin. Is a human come from a amphibian where they come out the water and it's gravitated and became, or was he created by a god? And right now, I don't want to get into that because then you're going to dip into religion, which all this shit makes no sense.
We have to, exactly.
Yeah, but
That's what's fucked up.
Yeah.
When we talk about that shit, we have to go to
we
that.
had to, but it's almost 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's fucking late.
Yeah,
bro.
it's late, so we can always pick up again because it ain't nothing but like a tag team, pop, and we just pick up where we left off. You with me? But that's such a deep topic. We'd be here all morning.
No, but that is a question I got for
Yeah.
people that's a little prejudiced. Like, do you think we animals?
Yeah.
Or we
they
treated
all are
unequally?
animals. What else do you expect?
I'm saying like, so they gonna think we just animals.
So who you gonna ask that question to?
Or white people just
you
fucking
gonna-
scared? Are they scared to say that we getting fucked over type shit? You see what I'm saying?
What you mean they're afraid to say what?
Like, I feel like they got white people that could sit by on the sidelines and watch some fucked up shit happen to us.
Well,
You see
yeah,
what I'm saying?
because see, just like what I was saying earlier about them not wanting to teach the children about slavery and all that because they don't want their kids to feel responsible for what happened to us as a result of their forefathers, their great grandparents. The young children today don't want to. They don't want. They're protecting them. But we've heard so much shit over the years. You see what I mean? So it's back to the European. He has no culture. All his culture is made up. It's a stolen legacy. Everything. All their ideology, everything is stolen. It's a stolen legacy. Tony Browder has a book called Stolen Legacy. First of all, you cannot be transformed without being informed. So you have to always seek information in order to have a transformation. In anything you're going to do, you want to lose weight, you want to become a financial wizard, you want to, whatever it is you want to do, you have to be informed and for you could be transformed. So what we're doing now is just touching the tip of information that leads to a realization and a different appreciation of uncivilized civilization. Okay, I'm going to say this and we're going to call it a night. Respectfully, and thank you for having me with you tonight. How did they have a civil war? Take your time.
How did they have it?
A fucking civil war.
What you mean? Like, how did they have it? Like,
how do they call it a civil war?
Why is it called civil war?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an oxymoron. That means you're using a word that means, but it ain't really mean that. It's like,
yeah.
War is uncivilized.
Right.
So how can it be a fucking civil war, soul? Where the civility comes at? They don't go together. If you uncivilized, Chris, that's when you war. You go to war. I can't record this thing up, but you're uncivilized. You go into war now.
And that goes back to what I was saying about the nigga shit. See what I'm saying? When they start calling us niggas, that's when we uncivilized.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what they thought. That's what they created. Okay. It's the 1865, you're free.
Yeah.
But in Texas, they got Juneteenth. That's 100 years later. So, wait a minute, let's take a look now. Why they even got that shit Juneteenth? Know why? Because there was a bunch of people that remained slaves. Well, you ain't had no cell phone, you ain't no mail, no address on the real mail, that said, Chris, you free. You was free, boy. So you think the master gonna tell you?
Fuck no. You still there
All
working.
that fucking time passed, and nigga been free 30, 40, 50, 60 years. But he just didn't know information, transformation. Huh? Now they all of a sudden they come up in the last 30, 40 years, Juneteenth. Galveston, all that. That's real talk, my nigga. That's history. That became our history. And got us like in a mystery now. With a bunch of hypocrisy. A bunch of Hippocratic fucking shit. So, to be continued.
Yeah.
To be continued.
But I definitely gotta write some shit down. Cause when I did say some shit, it sounded fucked up. I sounded like one of them redneck bitches, but I ain't mean it like that. See what I'm saying?
If you put a little bit more in that nigga, I'd probably left on your motherfucking ass. You said so many times. Well, why do you think niggers? Only because you said
Because I'm
nigger.
speaking like them, though.
Yeah, well, I know.
See what I'm saying?
I know my nigga.
I'm trying to.
I know. Don't try, but I get it. I get you. But
Well,
then
look.
for those who may or may not be aware
Yeah.
of the terminology and the meaning and the terms of endearment, when I say, I'm 69, I say, man, what's happening, my nigga? Well, you my nigga if you don't get no bigger. And then when you get bigger, you gonna be my bigger nigga. Huh? But
That's
see, you
what I'm
can't
saying.
say-
We
you
be
can't
saying
say
it.
that around no white folk.
We be saying it though.
Yeah, but because of what I said earlier about giving us so many different titles, but then we've created to be like a term of endearment, just like Ebonics.
Yeah.
We gotta bastardize English from them country ass white folk in Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky. They can't hardly speak English. And they try and teach you to speak English. Now, it was against the law for you to read. Another one of them laws on a book. What other people on the planet it's been against the law to read? That's really beyond my comprehension. The reality of it, I know, because we still suffer from that scar
Yeah.
of what happened 300-400 years ago. That shit ain't going away, man. And then the projects were started in Atlanta. Woodruff Apartments, a project. It's just what it means, a project. That was meant for people that went into the service, came out of the war, and couldn't get a job right now and couldn't find their way. So I said, look, Chris, Doug, we got a project going on. We're gonna see how it is, and we can help you out with a place to stay and everything, cheap rent,
Yeah.
temporarily. Then when you get on your feet, Douglas and his family come in. Then when Douglas get on his feet, Ronald and his family can come in. It was a project. Let's see if this will work. Then it became the fucking projects. Ain't that a
Right.
bitch? Huh? Uh-oh. It's working. Because they're not working. So while they're waiting on us, our children are getting leaps and bounds ahead of their children because they're stuck in the project. Ain't that a bitch? The project is over. Okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going for sure. The neighborhood, Chris. If you take the neighbor out of the word neighborhood, what you got?
Bird.
You know what?
Every hood.
Okay.
Hood. I'm tripping.
Who run the hood?
Who run the hood?
Yeah. Remember the movie with Larry Fishburne? What was it called? Hoodlums.
Hoodlums.
I ain't make up these words, bro. But you got the neighborhood originally. Everything good. My neighbor, I got you, you got me, man. Yeah, Doug, I'm going to time. I'm gonna get your newspaper put in there, man. Y'all have a safe trip, bro. Look, we're gonna go check everything for you, keep a light on, blah, blah, blah. That's the neighborhood. After a while, they took the neighbor out that motherfucker, bro. The neighbor booked and left. Because it became the hood.
Who was the neighbor though?
Who
What
should
was
be-
it that left?
He left because it became the hood and it was run by the hoodlums. Follow me, bro. You didn't know. You didn't know.
I'm trying to figure out.
Break, cut,